Hello everyone, how's things? Okay, so today I want to ask you a question. What's our obsession with speed? And it's not just in rock and metal. It's also in like jazz and like the jazz fusion idiom as well. I've been listening to a fair bit of Larry Carlton lately, just to get my chops up, and he like a few times, like during his live set, he does this version of "So What" by Miles Davis, but he plays it just really fast. Now, if you actually go back to like the Kind of Blue record, you know, like the way it's like originally it's like the bass will play, and then it's like the group will play like that. Yeah, and then you just move it up a tone to B. So it's actually B, it's B flat, but so it's B, but it's B minor. Beg your pardon. Yeah, but when it's laid back like that, you know, it feels a bit more hip and a bit more, you know, like you just want to like chill out with it, which is the way that, you know, that's how Miles intended it. But the way that Larry's playing it, it's kind of like, it's like at warp speed. It's sort of, you know, and I can't play it at that, because I mean, not only can't I play it at that speed, I don't want to play it at that speed, because there's a danger of like rushing and hurrying, and you're not playing the notes smoothly. You know, like, I mean, whether you're using a metronome or not, I doubt your timing is going to be that good when you are playing at those sort of accelerated warp factor 9, Mr. Data. I just don't think that'll, you know, I just don't think that'll cut it. You know, I mean, all right, give me an excuse to go engage for a change, but anyway, don't want to getting off topic there. But I mean, it's also like, you know, like in like the rock and metal side of things as well. You know, like you've probably seen this as, you know, like you know, how to get your picking up to speed, or how to get your sweep arpeggios faster, and the question is why? Where are you going to be doing this stuff? You know. Okay, I mean, you may eventually end up, you know, like playing in like a Dream Theater tribute band or whatever. But even then, it helps if you've actually still got a feel for what you're actually doing. You know, that to try and understand what those notes are. You know, why that works so well. So well, not so what. I mean, all right. So that's anyway. That's jazz. But I'm just wondering. I mean, like, is it like a reflection of like the sort of the culture that we actually work in? You know, like this whole thing about like the rapid pace of technology. You know that. Well, the invention of, you know, like the motor car. You know, like, and like motorways, freeways, autobahns. And then like, you know, like trains as well. You know, have you ever had that experience where you know, you stood on like the railway platform, and you know the announcer says stand back away from the platform edge, and then like, the express train will just go whoosh straight past you, and it's quite an exhilarating feeling when, you know, when that happens. You know, when you got this really high speed train just blasting through a station like that. But to actually, you know, as a player, how sort of, you know, how expressive is that? You know, it's when it's just like all warp speed all the time. You know, so we're talking like, you know, so like, you know, like the you know, the advent of like, you know, like cars, trains, because everything's computerized now as well. You know, like they're down. I mean, I was having this conversation with some friends over the weekend. You know, about how you know, we got some of those like small branches of like Tesco. It's it's like a supermarket, but they're just like they're taking over like what would have been like a shop in the older Victorian days, and then like turn this into like a modern supermarket. And then because of like the high turnover of people, they put these self-service machines in there. So they started out with a couple, but then they sort of like, they obviously had like the contractors in, and they said, oh yeah, we get another couple in there. So they sort of like shoehorn these ATM, so not ATM, no, that's something else. They shoehorn these self-service machines in there. And then of course you got like a queue for like the regular cashiers as well. And it all gets a bit huddled, you know, and so everybody's like this, trying not to touch each other, you know, and with their groceries or their bags and things, and it gets a bit silly, and then of course there's things like if you want to book an appointment with the doctors now, you've got to use the phone app, or you go, you know, so and then you're going to be in a phone queue as well. So you've got to go through a call centre. So, you know, you've got the whole, your call is important to us. You are number in the queue, or whatever it is. And you get the cheesy music coming through, and, you know. So there's all that. So this whole thing about, oh, come on, I want to get answered. Oh, come on, hurry up. You know. So there's all this added stress going on. And then, of course, you know, like the stress of like meeting targets for work and stuff like that, and you know, have we covered, you know, have we met the target we were set for this week, you know, have we made enough sales, have we done whatever, and then you go for food these days as well, and it's like you know, like the number of like fast food restaurants that there are, you know, like where it's like, you know, it's burgers, it's pizzas, it's you know, it's chip shops, it's you know, it's all about the, you know, right now the, oh wait, I've got to munch this down because I haven't got enough time for anything else, and you know, so you got indigestion and you're not necessarily getting the right kind of nutrition, and you know, and then of course like you know, England itself, you know, is I mean, where I am, you know, like Leicester, I mean, it's one of those places where, you know, yes, it is like it's like a busy sort of town, city sort of environment in the centre, but when you get out, it's when you get out of Leicester itself, there's a lot of countryside, and what, you know, and it's very lovely, and so there's lots of villages there and things, and so but the problem is, because those sort of areas, you know, those villages, because they're high demand, and you know, like the mortgages and rents are very high for places like that, you find that you get like a lot of like the building firms will say, oh well, this area is a really high demand place, let's build some more houses there. So all that lovely sort of rural landscape that was the key demand in the first place, that's now gone, because there's all these like new housing estates have sprung up, and then suddenly that little village ends up just being part of a much larger conglomeration of houses and things, and then gradually you end up with that sort of Coruscant, you know, like that thing from Star Wars, you know, like where the whole planet is just one sort of vast, horrendous mega city, and you don't know where you are anymore, and everything looks the same. And again, it's all the whole pace of things, just getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And I just think though, as you know, yeah, for an artist, yeah, I mean that's you know, that underpins like a lot of like modernist art and literature and music, and but just to take a step back from it and kind of enjoy the view, or even enjoy the lunacy of like the whole rat race that's going on around you. This whole fast pace of, ooh, got to get to work, ooh, oh, I don't want to be stuck in motorway traffic, ooh, You know, and then, you know, you're in a call centre because you've got to sort out your gas bill or your council tax or whatever, and I haven't had time for anything to eat because I had to work late tonight, so I had to get this fast food thing. I got this pizza, and it wasn't very nice, and so yeah, and then you know, and then before you know it, you're an absolute gibbering idiot because like there's all this stress going on, you know. Whereas really, you know, it could just be time just to slow down, you know, take your time. I mean, there are things, you know, like there's things called like the slow food movement, you know, where it's deliberately, where it's you know, it's local delicacies, you know, like things which are just unique to that area, you know, and it just encourages you, you know, just to sit down, you know, with your friends or your family, and just, you know, just have a good, you know, a good long meal, you know, spread it out over like 2 or 3 hours. Okay, I mean, like maybe you're not getting as many covers in the restaurant. It's another thing as well, you know. It's kind of like you know, these places where they're trying to get as many covers, you know, covers meaning like, you know, number of people coming through eating, you know, trying to get as many people through as possible. You know, perhaps we don't need that. So I'm just thinking that, you know, maybe it's time just to slow down, and or maybe it's just like sort of in the stuff that we're playing as well, is to tackle things which it's just not all about the speed straight away. You know, it's things that build up to the speed. You know, I mean, I was sort of like, I mean, at the moment I've been looking at transcribing the Britten violin concerto, because it's, I mean, I want to do a separate video about that, but you know, it's like, I mean, I know the chords aren't quite right at the moment, but it's like it's got, and then it's straight in, and it's, that was wrong. Yeah, it's not quite right, because I've only really started working on that one. But it's sort of like you have to pace yourself and hold those notes and follow your way through like the modulations of it, and that way when the fast stuff does come in, it's more effective, because like you've just got those you're holding those notes, and you've got those lush chords at the start. So when like the fast stuff does come in, it counts a lot more. You know, do you understand what I mean? I mean, also, you know, like, you think about things, you know, like say like like boxing as well. You know, like you know, these, you know, like especially like the heavyweight boxing. Unless you're up against somebody like Mike Tyson or somebody, and then it's over pretty much in the first few minutes, isn't it? But if you've got like, you know, a couple of evenly matched boxers, and they're sort of going at each other, 15 rounds, and if it's just all about like the pace straight away, then they're just going to be tired. You know, or, you know, you're going to get tired out, and then the other guy is going to say, yeah, well, like this guy's getting tired out now, and then he's just going to wallop him, and then that's that. You know, whereas like if you pace yourself, you know, like over those 15 rounds or whatever it is, you're going to stand a much better chance of actually, you know, scoring some points, aren't you? Anyway, so I'm hoping I made some sense on this one, and yeah, please comment below, and thanks for watching. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's always great to get new subscribers. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.